Hey guys, welcome back. It's Dee Dee, season 2 of Beauty with a Twist. And I'm so excited because now we're on camera. We're going to be bringing back everybody from season 1 in person to season 2. So for the first guest, we have...
Miss NailedbyGio.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey boo, I'm so glad to be back.
Let me just say something really quick. You look bomb.
Thank you, boo. I appreciate it.
Who is she?
She's skinny. I think I'm kidding. No, boo. I mean, I don't know. Last time they didn't see how I looked back in February. Do you know what episode I was on?
You were on the second episode.
Second episode. The first one was you, right?
First one was me, and then second one was you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I looked, but a bitch is a little skinnier now. A little bit. She's still a big bitch, but she was a bigger bitch.
We're gonna get to that though.
Right. We don't get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
But she's here. I'm so honored to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
How do you like the setup?
Oh my God, it's so cute. I love it so much.
Really?
I love the purple vibes, the
Thank
green,
you.
super clean, minimal.
Shout
so
out, Mom.
cute.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Okay, boom. Let's get into it.
I want to know.
Hit me with the questions.
I just want to know what you've been up to. Like, what has Gio been up to the last? Let me count this.
I'm like, how many months?
8 months ago.
I'm
8
like,
months.
I'm like, plot twist. What have you been up to? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. So I retired from podcasting for a little bit.
You're like, I retired from work.
No, I honestly wanted to end season 1 with a bang with my mom on Mother's Day.
Iconic.
Yeah. You know,
bomb.
did you listen? She cried.
I love it. She is.
Yeah.
She is a mom. She's a mom.
No, literally.
Role.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I wanted to end it with the bang, and then I was like, you know what? My shout out Marlo, podcast manager.
Yes.
He said in person, so I was like, you know what? It is like, let's do it season 2 like this, and here we are.
And now we're on YouTube.
We're on everything, boo.
Everything.
Literally,
Everything.
TikTok,
all platforms.
yes, Instagram, everything.
We are here. We're ready for this new chapter.
Okay, tell me.
Beauty with a Twist.
Oh my God.
Okay, boo. So, last time we left off, it was February, so I was still in high school. I was finishing up my high school. I was doing online school at the time. I don't know if I touched base on this, but in February, around the time we were filming, I think I had just made the decision to start doing online school to try and graduate early to focus on my journey, my career.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk about that because that was kind of interesting.
No.
So what I had to do to go online. So I remember when back in February, I was at my prime. Like I was doing house calls back to back to back. I was going to school 8 a.m. I was driving, so I was taking my sister to school, going to school, high school. I was a senior. Going to school, and then I would literally work right after school. I could not pick up my sister. Someone had to pick her up because I had to work.
But didn't you, you were off earlier then, right?
I was.
Yeah.
So I was off early. I specifically asked for a no 7 period because I was like, all right, I'm going to work this as right now.
We need money.
We need money. So I had told my counselor I was going to drop a class so I can, I was always up to credits and stuff. So I was able to do that. Long story short, I was working right after school. There was even days when I was super, super booked, with house calls, doing house calls for people. I was leaving school early, ditching school.
Oh
literally
my gosh.
ditching school. Shout out to Mom. She did let me do this because I think she's seen, I was I don't know, she knew how, okay, so her condition was your grades better not drop. If I get a call that your grades are dropping or that you're not going to graduate, you're not going to work. So I had to fucking maintain my GPA and ditch all my homework, all that, and I would literally just right after lunch was the little escape time.
Yeah.
So I would go to lunch, and then during lunch I would go to my car and literally run. I never got caught, thank God.
Oh my God! So you would literally ditch?
Yeah, I would walk to the side gate and go to my car and just drive to my house call.
Don't say your high school on this.
7 a.m. before high school, I would pack my luggage, put it in my car, go to school. We'll drop off my sister, go to school, have the luggage in my car, get off to go to school, and then stay for the few periods. Go back to my car and go to my house call from high school.
That's insane.
I loved it so much. I love that drive of wake up, go to school, work. And I just loved it. Having shit to do back to back to back. I love that feeling. Long story short, February comes around and I'm like, you know what? This is too much. My mom hated the fact that I was ditching school. Even though my GPA was good, my mom hated it. My mom was always you have to go to school. You have to have good grades. So this was taboo for my mom. I think she even felt oh my God, am I a bad mom for like allowing this? Like, you know?
So in the beginning, she was like cool with it though.
She was like skeptical about it, but she was like, as long as you have your good grades, like you're good. But after a while, she kept getting calls home from school, but she knew. Yeah. But she always expected them because I always told her, hey, Mom, I'm going to ditch today. And she's like, okay, like just make sure. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And she always got calls. And even though she knew, like whenever she would get those calls, she was like, oh, like I hate this. Like I wish my son, you know? And I was like, you know what, Mom? Like whatever. So I took it upon myself. I was like, you know what if I graduate early? Like what? Like it's February. I graduated in May with my class. I was like, what am I going to do? So I went to my counselor, D. I remember I went to my counselor. I was like, hey, this is what I have going for me. I need to drop out of high school. And
you told your counselor?
Yeah. I kid you not, D. He looked in my face and laughed at me. He did not. Okay. I don't think he knew like what kind of business I had. And I'm not trying to sound cocky or nothing, but I don't know if he was like, come on, like you 17, like you ain't like, doing all like because to be honest, it's not like it's rare,
normal.
It's normal.
It's like
it's like not the normal thing. Like you go to college, you go to high school, you go to college, you build your career, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is what I have. Like I'm a nail tech, and he literally laughed at me. And I remember I walked out of that counselor's office. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what do I have to do to prove to them? So like, I kid you not, 2 days go by. Again, they kept calling home because that was like my prime when I was like working, going to school, house calls. Like it was insane. I literally get nostalgia sometimes thinking about that feeling of like going to school, going to work. Like I love that drive, you know?
Yeah.
I love the busyness. Well, anyways, a couple days later goes by and I go back to the office and I literally like walk in there and I swear to you, D, I was so confident. Like I had to walk in there like a fucking lawyer or something and be like
you need to fight your case.
Yeah.
Like you're like legit.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I sat down with my counselor. I said, look, I need to speak to you and the principal and the vice principal and like my secretary or whatever of the class, right? Of the school. And I remember we all had a meeting and I was like, look, I was like, and I literally had to like toot my own fucking horn. Like, I was like, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is the people I work for. This is the type of nails, the people's nails I do.
Like a full on like presentation.
Okay, I had to fight my case, mama. Like,
oh my God.
I was like on a mission to like, I literally hated the fact that they told me I couldn't. Like, I was like, at this point, it wasn't even about the work. It was about my pride, like being able to tell the counselor, like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is, you're gonna let me do it. And it wasn't even about the work. Like, I just wanted to prove them wrong. So I kid you not, I had a whole presentation. D, it got to the point where I told them how much money I made. And again, not to brag or nothing, but I kid you not, I hate that they have so much doubt in like our youth. Because it had to get into that point where I had to literally be like, look, like this is my bank statement.
No, yeah.
And their jaw was to the fucking floor. Like they didn't believe it. They didn't believe that a 17-year-old was making this amount of money in high school. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't believe it. So again, and that's when they started fucking like opening their eyes, right? So that was like the first like eye opener for them, and they literally told me, they're like, okay, like we're gonna give you this chance, but you have to write what is it called? You have to write, what is it called when you write
kind
a letter?
Kind of like an exit exam type of thing.
You have to write a letter, basically pleading to like why, basically trying to convince them why they should let you. What is it called?
Okay, like we're so dumb right now because I've never done this, so I don't know what it's called.
Oh my God.
What is it called? Shout out to La Familia Podcast. Hello, Marlo in the building.
I'm like,
Marlo, what is that called when you graduate early? He's about to look it up.
No,
he's about to look it up.
It's like where you have to like write a whole essay and like give it to them and basically like convince them to like.
So wait, you did this in February?
Back in February
of this year?
Yes, a petition. I had to write a whole fucking petition. I kid you not, D. I wrote this petition with like all of my pride that I had, not even to work. Like it wasn't even about the work. It was just the pride. Like I fucking paved the way for all the youth that's coming up. Like, you know, like, cause like, come on now, it's 2022. Like bitches are in their bag. We're independent now.
Yeah, period.
So I literally was like, this is what I have to do. Like, this is what, and I wrote a whole petition and I had to send it to the superintendent of my district.
This is insane.
Like it was to the superintendent. Like it was no longer about my high school. It was to the superintendent. So I sent it to the superintendent and they approved me. And I fucking graduated early in May.
Wait, so when is the actual graduation?
I had my graduate. Okay, so the superintendent was so sweet. I don't know why they were being all extra at my high school, but the superintendent allowed me to graduate early and walk with my class in May, a few months later, just to walk, like to have a traditional graduation. I was like, period.
So when did you actually graduate?
I graduated May 22nd, I think, with my class. I literally just showed up.
But when did you stop going to school?
February. Stop going to school. Like everyone was like, where's Gio? I came back in May. I was like, hi, like I'm here. I'm graduating.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would have been hating.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
I was going, this motherfucker.
Yeah, like I was like, you know what? And honestly, I forgot to mention, I had to like bust my ass and like submit all my like last minute assignments and like not last minute assignments, but I had to finish the full year, like basically. But I finished it by February, and I fucking graduated early. And since February, my like adulthood started. Like everyone started in May, but I started in February. So I was like working since then, and literally like.
You're thriving.
We're here.
You're thriving. You're literally thriving.
Yeah, but it's not the more of the story is I proved my fucking counselor is wrong. It wasn't even about the work.
It was about the pride.
Yeah, it was about the pride.
So, what's advice on that? Like, if someone wants to graduate early,
if you want to fucking graduate early, you write a petition and you send it to the superintendent. I feel like fucking what is that girl Legally Blonde or something?
Oh
like,
my gosh!
I was like, I'm about to prove my case, and I fucking won. Guilty, innocent. But yeah, now we're here, and I've just been working, and we've been growing.
Yeah,
you know,
you're still at your studio.
Yes.
How's it going?
Oh my god, my studio is my happy place. I love it so much. You know, my studio. I mean, I built it last November, so I've been working in it since February. But I believe until February, I was still like little by little. Like renovating it, not renovating it, but like furnishing it.
Yeah.
Cause like I was like, all right, we just dropped a whole arm and a leg for the actual studio because we built it from the ground up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I had to finish it. So I think by February it was already done. So, you know, we just been working in there and I love it so much. It's my little.
Do you see yourself like moving out of there? Like,
you
because someone's about to get licensed soon. Let's talk about that because you know what I mean?
So since February, back in May, okay, that was another thing. I wanted to, okay, this is the real reason why I wanted to graduate because I wanted to go to nail school. And in nail school, you need your high school diploma.
Yeah.
So I busted my ass and I went to school, nail school in May, only because I was like so clueless. I called my school when I graduated, the nail school that I was going to go to, which I did go to. I called them and I was like, hey, like I want to get on the list. And they were like, we have a 3-month waiting list. So moral of the story, I fucking graduated for no reason because I should have just waited till May. And I started in May. So I graduated early to go to nail school. But the nail school I wanted to go to had a waiting list until May.
So dead.
But you know what? It was
a quick. Pride.
It was, yeah, it was literally not even about the school. It was, at that point, it was about proving the counselors wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I went to nail school. I started in May. I finished in like 3 months. And you know, I have yet to take my test only because I've been neglecting the test. I haven't took it yet, but I've been neglecting it, and I need to just set my fucking appointment already and get out the way.
Just do it. You're ready. You've been done with school for how long?
Like a month, and I haven't even made my appointment. I got the letter in the mail like 3 weeks ago.
But it's okay. You know?
I'm like, we procrastinating, but
it's okay.
But at least we're doing something productive with our time that we have, you know?
How was nail school? Did you enjoy it?
You know what? Nail school was so fun. Like, actually, like 2 days ago, I was thinking about nail school. I was like, you know what? I was like, because I remember you told me you were like, careful with the nail girls at Cosmo School. Like, well, Cosmo Nail School
general,
and like
just be careful, mind your business.
like all those people, they're like, it's like it literally is like high school.
Yeah.
But it was like fun high school. Like we were petty, we were drama, but
not the drama.
Girl, we were petty.
No,
like,
not the drama.
We had beef with not me, but like my friends. They fucking had beef with like everybody in that bitch. But we were like, I don't know, like we had so much fucking fun. Like it was just a vibe in nail school. Like I made some of the best friends in nail school. They're still my closest friends to this day.
Yeah, it's like, fun to meet people
for sure.
In the same industry.
Absolutely. I had such a good nail school experience. So much. Like I think it was more like having fun than like learning nail stuff because like in nail school they don't really teach you
it's
how to do like 2022 nails.
It's just skateboard, babe.
Literally. But I made some of the best friends in nail school. I had so much fun. Like it was drama, but it was like like drama. Like you know, it was like we love the drama.
We love the drama.
But yeah, but like it was so much fun. At my nail school, you know, I'm like, we're not gonna say their name because then you get in trouble.
But if you watch season 1, then you know what school it is.
Right.
But we're not gonna say.
But I think I had so much fun because we had so much freedom there. Like I kid you not, like 3 times a week we would clock in and go to the fucking mall.
What?
Go to like I remember we would go to the Boiling Crab. We went to the OC one time.
This
like,
is not advice to take.
No, don't stay in school. But
school.
I remember my nail teacher. Shout out to you, Miss.
You said blur that out.
There's like 1,000 Miss.
Blur that out.
There's 1,000 Miss. But she was a fucking goat. Like I remember she would be like, yeah, go ahead. And then we would go to fucking like eat seafood. We would go to like the mall. Like it was such a vibe in nail school. But when we had to get our shit done, we had to get it done, of course. Yeah. But yeah, boo. So I didn't end up going until May. Graduated nail school. I was working full time. I as much as I could. So I would get off of nail school for full time job, 40 hours a week. It was from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I would get home by 6:15, have my first client of the day, my only client of the day. Be done by like 8:30 and go to sleep. And every day, go to the gym 7 a.m., go to school 9 a.m., go to school all day, and then come back home, have a 6:15 appointment, and repeat for 3 months. It was such a vibe. It was a good era for sure. I love the routine. I love like being in productive mode. I love an
agenda.
For sure.
No, I love it.
The agenda mode is like
literally right? I just posted that the other day.
I did see that.
Did you see that? Yeah. An agenda is like the best. Like you have like you wake up super early, you got, go to the gym, you do something, and then you go to work.
Speaking of the gym, you've been going to the gym. I have, Talk about that. What you been up to?
I actually haven't really been up to anything.
You're like, I've been up to nothing? Girl, stop lying.
I actually have been up to like something.
For sure.
Like the biggest thing in my career.
Yes. Are you allowed to talk about that?
We're not allowed.
Not even a teaser?
You know about it.
I know what it is, but they don't.
Let's just say...
We have a story coming.
Literally a story coming.
A story.
Yeah.
That's it. You're going to get a story.
Literally a story. It's coming out next month.
Already?
Yeah, it's going to come out next month.
What?
Yeah.
Girl, okay. Production said, come on.
It's like on and going.
That's so good though. I love it. So you've been working in silence, going to the gym.
I've been going to the gym. I've been minding my damn business.
And how are you doing mentally? Like everything?
You know what?
Starts crying like
right?
What?
Wait, hold up.
Like,
my therapist told me not to talk about this.
Okay, we go skip. Next question.
No. You know what? Honestly, I've been okay. It's been kind of slow lately.
Yeah,
which we need to get to.
We're gonna get to it.
The industry from July to like now, I feel like this month is like really good.
Absolutely.
But like July, August, September hit everybody in the ass.
Oh,
and
girl, we suffered a little bit.
We suffered.
We felt it.
And I think that this is just the beginning.
And that's the scary part.
And for all beauty owners, like you need to buckle up.
Buckle the fuck up.
Buckle up because it is going to get worse.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
And I feel like other than that, I'm just stressing. I do have like a full team at the lounge.
They help you out a lot.
They help me out. Shout out to my girls.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to my assistant.
I'm like, I have my fave.
No, but seriously, like it's been kind of slow. But other than that, like I've been working on that.
Other things. You took advantage of the time.
Yeah.
And that's so good because like later on, it'll open more doors. Like it'll keep you busy. Right now you're taking advantage. You're working.
Yeah.
You're in work mode. But then next year, like all the projects you're working on will pay off.
No, for sure.
For this time that you didn't.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And I moved out.
Period.
I ended it with...
She got her own apartment?
She got her own apartment.
You have a beautiful apartment, by the way.
You like
Such
it?
a beautiful area.
You like
so
it?
Iconic.
Did you go to the shopping center?
I did. I went to the Cookies.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Target because I had to get something really fast. But
yeah,
it was so beautiful. So, like, everyone was like in Mercedes. I was like, me and my Honda. But
now what's this song?
I bought that bitch at Benz because she used to drive a Honda.
Yeah.
But we're going to be in a Benz soon.
We're going to be in a Benz. But other than that, I'm working on that next month. And then
exciting. I can't wait
January
for that.
Something I'll tell you, but you already know.
But I think I don't.
Yeah.
How exciting. Okay, boo. Okay. I'm like, back to me. Enough of you.
I know, right? Hold up.
No.
I want to talk about something really quick.
Yes.
On to that topic.
Yes.
About your video that you were like hysterically crying on.
Oh my fucking God.
Like Kim Kardashian.
It was an apology video moment. Like,
it was
why?
Literally a Kim Kardashian meme moment.
I was like a meme. Like, I'm surprised I'm not a meme right now.
I've literally never seen you cry.
No, boo.
Actually, have I seen you cry?
I've never cried in front of you. I'm an emotional bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
You're a Taurus.
I'm a very emotional. I've been emotional since I was little. Like I've always, but I've gotten better. Like I don't cry. Before, I'm telling you, when I was little, I would cry like for anything. My mom would like not even yell at me, like talk to me about something. I would cry. Like, and she'd be like, "Why are you crying?" Like I've always been emotional. I've always been emotional. She's like, "Why the fuck are you crying?" Like, girl, I said a word. You know.
I'm so dead.
But.
I want to get to it. I want to get to that video.
Well, we need to give them like for the people that don't know, the video.
Yeah. So basically, it was a TikTok video where you were kind of explaining like, not to give up on like your dream. It could be like your business or it could be like, because again, it's a really rough time right now. And you were talking about how like, is it just you or is it everybody, like how they're like slow right now? And you were kind of just talking about like, basically, like, you're sad because you don't want anyone to give up on, like, what they started. And, like,
right.
You know what I mean? Basically, the summary of it.
So, basically, when I made that video, I wanted to...
Address.
Yeah. So, I feel like people not people, but specifically nail techs,
Mm-hmm.
they hold me like at a higher pedestal. Like they like when I go to the nail supply, like everyone in that bitch knows me. I would not like in public, but like at the nail supply.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me. And like I don't like, I mean, I love it, but I love the support, but I basically made that video because I wanted people to know, because I know that people like look up to me. So I wanted to know that even like the people that you look up to, or the people that like you think have it perfect, like that look up to you because you think they have this, like, I wanted to tell them, like, even we go through shit, you know? I'm sure not as bad, but like I just wanted to let them know that like I'm just a regular person like you. Like I'm a hustler. Like we're both hustling, you know? Mm-hmm. So that was the thing. I wanted to make that video to let people know that like I'm going through shit, like we're all going through. And I think like, I don't know, it had me a little at peace because I read the comments and everybody was like, oh my God.
No,
like,
I literally went through comment section. I was like, oh my, I even commented on it.
I was even like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I would like, it's not me. Like, it's not just me. Like, and I was glad I made that video because I feel like people were like, oh my God, like, okay.
I called you right after.
Mm-hmm, you did.
I did.
Okay, so basically it was a video of me like crying because it was slow and I was stressing the fuck out. But I wasn't stressing out because it was slow because I'm very blessed. Like I'm 18. I live with my parents. I don't have like bills like that. Like I don't got a mortgage. So I was stressing out. Like I was just like, but I just hold myself to such a fucking high pedestal because like I'm very like hard on myself. Yeah. Like, I don't make this amount of money. I don't make the goal of the amount of money I wanted to in that month, like to work towards my big boy goals. Mm-hmm. Like I just break down and I'm like, all right, like I'm just not, I don't know, like, you just felt insecure about like yourself. Insecure, yeah. Like I'm just very hard on myself. And I just wanted to make that video to like tell people not to be so hard on yourself. Like, it's a roller coaster, especially with the
industry that we're in the beauty industry. Literally. It's like a roller coaster for sure. You're up.
I'm telling you, like May, April, like I was busy. I was working like, I kid you not, 60-hour weeks, like 20, I kid you not, I was working like 2 days a week, 22-hour work days. 22-hour work days. Like I was booked and busy. And then all of a sudden June and July hits and it's just like, boom. You're just like in a fucking like shambles. You're like, what is going on? Like, and you feel so like helpless.
Is it me?
No, you feel
that's
so.
That's how I felt.
I felt so helpless. I was like, I'm doing everything by the books. I'm doing it right. Like I have the work ethic. I have the drive. I have the motivation. Mm-hmm. I have the clients, but I feel like someone's just taking something away from me that I worked so hard for, and you're so helpless. Like you can't do shit about it. Yeah. Because the clients there, you're down to work.
Oh,
you're down absolutely. To do their nails.
And you're gonna take their time and you're gonna make sure they're perfect for every client.
Exactly. Yeah. But you just feel, and then you feel insecure about yourself. You're like, bitch, like I'm not getting booked. Like, am I not like good enough? You know what I mean? Yeah. It just so much shit falls under that. But essentially I made that video because I was stressing out that I literally wasn't getting booked, but that wasn't the idea of the video. It was just like, don't be so hard on yourself, and someone even commented and I like took that shit and ran with it because they were like, being in this industry, it's hard. When times are rough, when times are busy, appreciate it. And when times appreciate it and save your money. And when times are slow, use that money to like invest into like other things, like your business, like basically grow in other, like you
and your investment,
like you're an esthetician, but you're doing something else, like a podcast, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like it's like, you take advantage of the time. And honestly, I fucking did. Like I took advantage of the time, and I took advantage of it not in my work, but like in myself. I literally would go out to like Target by myself to like, like
just like relax.
Yes, not like that, but like, so I've always been like I just wanted to work on like being by myself and like being like, so that's something I've always wanted to work on. Like I hate going out alone, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take advantage and work on myself. Like
I'm gonna do stuff alone.
Yes. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna do stuff alone, and honestly, like it was literally a blessing in disguise because like I'm so secure with that aspect of like myself, like going out alone now, running errands alone. Like I remember I would romanticize my life just so I can feel like I don't need anybody. Like I would go out and get coffee. Like the times I had a free, I would go and get coffee. I would meet with friends, Yeah. And like even though times were rough, I had to be like tighter that month. But
it's okay.
I bettered myself in other aspects. As long as you do something productive with the time, I think it's like a win. 100%.
No, I think that's so true. And like Therapy.
Therapy, like crying. Like, where's the tissue at?
No, I feel like, I started going out to eat by myself.
Yes.
Bringing like a journal, bringing like
Yes.
something, and just like writing stuff about like, what is your goal?
For sure.
What is your end goal? And
For
like,
sure.
and I feel like that's what kept me going. I wasn't
Absolutely.
like, I don't want to say like I was like down bad.
No, you.
But I was like, from going to like 18 clients a day,
Mhm.
I literally went from like 18 to like 3.
Yeah.
And it was
It's hard out
like,
here.
it was hard. And I was,
Mhm.
I was doubting myself, and I was like, is it me?
Yeah.
Am I the problem? Like, is it
Exactly.
me? Is there a lot of people in the industry? Like, I didn't think of it as a competition, because I never think of anybody as competition.
Right.
But I did think of
She's
it
like, I'm the winner. You can't compete with.
no,
You can't
that's
compare.
what I'm saying. Like, everyone is a winner.
Right,
There's
of
enough
course.
money out there
Of course.
to like share it. But again, I just thought like, what is it? Like, I have this shop. Like,
Mhm.
how am I gonna be paying? Like, I just moved out, so I was like
Mhm.
freaking out.
And I was freaking out too. I was freaking out about like my plan. So that was like I was freaking out because I'm on a this year is like work, save mode.
Yeah.
So I'm on like I'm budgeting my savings. So I have exactly this, like, just to give you an idea, I have to save exactly this much money every month to meet my goal for next year's
Yeah.
plans. So when I don't meet that goal, it's like, fuck,
But,
now I have
yeah.
to push back my plans.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you feel like, fuck, now life's going too fast for me. Like, I can't keep up. And then you feel like you're just not going to do shit in life. You just you get insecure, and it's just like, that's what sucks. But you just have to accept the fact that like, it's not always going to be good. Appreciate the times that are good and save your fucking money. Like, don't be smart with your money, basically.
No, absolutely. And like, again, like I was down in myself. So,
Mhm.
and I related to that video so much, because I was like, oh my God, I get like other people.
No, but you don't understand how many of like my nail tech friends,
Yeah.
like
my clients too.
like they all called me and they were like, boo, like, thank you for that video. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was just me. And like, I think I'm glad that they felt good that it was coming from someone like me.
Yeah.
Because they were like, all right, like, even quote unquote, everyone in the comments like, I'm glad even the quote unquote the good people like go through it, because like we all go through shit.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I had this client, I'm not gonna say, but she has a business too.
Mhm.
And she was like, she literally comes over, she's like, hey DR, like, are you slow too?
Mhm.
And like, I told her, I'm not gonna lie to her, I'm like, yeah, girl, like, it's slow for everybody
Absolutely.
right now. But then she kind of told me, like, what do you, like, you own the salon, what are you doing on your free time?
Mhm.
So I told her like what I was doing. Like, I'm doing content. Like,
Yes,
have you
boo.
seen those
Oh,
TikToks
bomb.
with my girls?
Fucking bomb. Shout out to
Natalie,
My
no,
sister? I forgot the videographer.
Kevin.
I'm like, sorry, I'm like, I forgot your name. Sorry.
No, but yeah. So like we've been like just doing content and like making
Bomb.
fun videos like
I
on
love
our
it.
free time.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what we do, because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, social media will never die.
Absolutely not.
Like, you can die as a business,
Absolutely
like
not.
slow down, but like social
And that's
media
the-
will always be there.
That's the best like mechanism plan, because like, yeah, you're focusing on your business, like your actual hands-on business. You have the clients, but you're not getting the clients because you're not focusing on your content.
Exactly.
So you're like, let me switch it up, focus on content, so that way in the next month or two I could start getting clients.
Exactly.
It's like
exactly.
You just gotta
And
rotate it.
what is the biggest way of like getting clients, or what's the biggest?
Social media.
And who's the media? We are.
Mhm.
Exactly. We're the
Absolutely.
media. We're the people that bring like, who's gonna watch this? This is
Absolutely.
entertainment for other people. People love podcasts.
Mhm,
People
of
love
course.
like watching TikToks, and
Of course.
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Sometimes you have to invest into like shit that will like bring you success in the long run.
exactly.
You know?
And as of right now, like, it could be a free making, and it could be, but it's
Absolutely.
like entertainment for other people, and that's what I want to put out.
And that's what I kid
know what I
you
mean?
not, I've had like, whenever I post like, oh, application prep tip, listen, whenever I post like
They hit.
application prep, I've had clients tell me that they literally booked because like they love seeing like how
The process of it.
yeah, like how into your business, and like you making content, like nobody fucking does that unless you're like invested into your business.
Yeah.
And people want to support you so much more.
Yeah.
So you demonstrate that to your audience, and I promise you, people would literally want to book you because they're like, I want him to do my nails. Like, and people have literally told me that. So I'm not just saying that because I assume. People tell me that, like, they're like, I love how invested you are into your business.
Yeah.
I want to
consistent. Like, you're a
Mhm.
consistent person.
Consistency. That's the word.
Period. Consistency is key to any business.
Absolutely.
And that's why literally, like, I get annoying with my stories that I post, but I have to post
Absolutely.
them. But why do I post it? Because I need to tell people, like, this business isn't dying, and
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give up on it.
Absolutely.
I worked my fucking ass
You
off
keep
to
them in the
be up
know
here.
too, like what's going on.
Oh yeah.
You it's more of a personal connection, and
Yeah.
that makes him want to be like, like she's not just like, a person behind the screen. She's and her business.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it's like people want to be like, I feel comfortable. It's like also about being comfortable too. Like that's what makes people want to come to you 10 times more than like just a person.
I think it's like confident is key. Like if a person is like, if you're not confident, I'm like, she don't know what she's doing.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
absolutely. Confidence is like
number one.
Absolutely.
Even
like
if you don't know how to do it, you
fake it till you fucking make it.
Period.
Absolutely.
You better fake it.
Fake it till you make it.
it.
No, for sure. But yeah, touch back on that. It got slow and I was stressing out. But to be honest, everybody in my comments really, really opened my eye. And I was like relax. Like I had to literally one day like be like, fuck, like I'm 18. This is all I've accomplished. Like shit, let me give myself a little bit of credit. Like I deserve a little bit of credit. Like I'm being so hard on myself. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it easy. Whenever work calls, I'll be there. But whenever, times are slow, I'm gonna better my life in other aspects.
Exactly. On that note, though,
and that's a win.
Period. On that note, how's business right now though?
Business has picked up, thank God. But speaking back on like the buckle up, I do think that it's gonna these next year, even two maybe, it's just gonna be I can see in the future it's gonna
like
be
this.
Just
But you know what? It's gonna make you different because you're you. And no one is you. Do you get me? Like you're different.
And I think it's gonna better yourself as a business owner mentally because it's gonna humble you.
Period.
I was humbled in that quick glimpse of like slow.
Yeah.
It fucking humbled me so much. Like now I'm not like, all right, I'm not gonna spend on because
I'm not gonna show off. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna humble myself.
It humbled me. And it was like a blessing in disguise because like, well, I don't need to be dropping. Like, remember I told you, I was like, why was I dropping $200 a week on Starbucks? Like,
I remember that.
It's not a necessity.
I remember we had that conversation. You were like, how do you save this much? Like, I'm like, I go here. You were like talking to me about your bills.
You were like insane. Absolutely. And
I was like, and you were like, I give my friends $100 gifts and this and that. And I was like,
he was like, fuck your friends. Don't give them shit.
I said, they don't need that because again, they,
Right. A friend, they're going to know that.
They're going to know.
Anything is like,
exactly.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. And it humbled me. It really humbled me. Like, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it would get to me like, oh, I have clients. I have the clients. So I can like spend on this or I can drop this much money, But even though now, thank God, I have the clients, like I'm not like that anymore. It literally humbled me. And it was a blessing in disguise because like, how am I going to be an adult splurging on fucking Starbucks, $200? Like, I can't. It literally humbled me and it was a blessing in disguise. And thank God work is good right now. But I'm still like at that, that like, I don't like that. I'm conscious of like shit could go like
oh yeah,
like this in the south in like a second. Like this week, thank God I'm booked, busy at the house down. But like next week, who knows?
Every week is different, bro.
Every fucking week.
Cancellations, no shows, calls, like you know what I mean? Like
so it literally humbled me. It was a blessing in disguise. But thankfully, we're on a good
what's
week.
your message to like? Because I know a lot of people have been asking me like, what's like advice on like. If you're slow right now, what's something that you could tell like on your own?
I think
to, like people.
I think better your business or yourself. As long as I would say better your business. I wish I would have bettered my business in some ways. Like I wanted to get on my content, but you know what? I wasn't. I would say my mental health was like not so good where I could allow myself to focus on that. Mm-hmm. But I did focus on other things. But like I would
yourself,
say
boo, you looking great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's another thing. Myself, like time. I took advantage of the time and I took my ass to the gym, But better your business. I'm saying like film content, film everything. People will watch anything. Everything and anything. Film your application. Film your prep. Film how you organize your drawers. Film how you clean your drawers. ASMR. Film like a day in the life of an outfit. People love that shit. People are nosy. People want to know what you're doing.
People love it.
People love the drama. I love the drama, Like, I stay doing days in the life of a nail tech because...
Dude, I watched this guy peel soap on TikTok.
Literally. Like, guilty pleasure, like why? But film anything. Anything and everything, film it. I promise you, film it. And on that note, I want to give a little tip because it is getting a lot harder for business owners, like especially in the services industry, because it is no longer in this day and age, 2022. And I want to know your opinion, but I just want to give this tip because I genuinely feel like this new era of like marketing, getting clients into your chair is changing. It's no longer about you being a business owner, you posting only about your business, your product, your services, that's your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer about being like, this is my availability. Who wants it? No.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do all of that plus entertain people. You have to entertain people to get them into your chair. And what I mean by that is like, they don't want to see the pretty nails. They want to see the person and the pretty nails. They want to see the personality, the experience. They want to know everything, like everything. And I've noticed that because like I have friends that are very shy, camera shy, and they are not doing so good right now. They're not doing good because that's boring. Nowadays, that's boring. Nobody wants to just go get their nails done. They want to be entertained. Like, and it's so much more harder. Like, for our business owners, but the people that want it are gonna go get it.
Can I just tell you, like, I literally got chills from that because I had a client literally today.
Literally.
Like, she was a new client. I never met her. I'm not gonna tell you a service, but I did a service on her.
Period.
And she was like, I didn't go to the other place because I just got bored.
Yeah. I kid you not.
I literally got chills from you saying that because she was like, I just wanted to she's like, I wanted to experience something different. She's like, I was driving far. I was driving to Woodland Hills. She lived in like Riverside area. She's like, I was driving so far and like, I was just bored.
Yeah. And you put on a show with your content. And so people are like, and that goes back on content. Like, literally like, if you're camera shy, I promise you, like, you have to get out of your shell.
No, literally.
I promise you, you have to get out of your shell.
Look at me right now. I was shitting it.
Me too, girl. But you have to get out of your shell. In this day and age, it's no longer about like, this is the nails I did today. Who wants to book? No. You have to be like, hey guys, like, show yourself.
You have to be that bitch.
You have to put yourself out there. It's no longer about like, you know, like if you want to be successful in this business, you have to get out of your shell. No, literally. You have to be an entertainer and a fucking nail tech or whatever you are.
Like, literally when you said that too, like, she asked me, my client, she told me, she's like, yeah, I just got bored and like, I just wanted to like experience something different and And then I, obviously did the service on her. She's like, honestly, like, and all I did was just talk to her.
I'm telling you.
Ask her about her life, told her about my life, like literally like got to know her.
Like give them they just want a personal service. Yes. And they want to feel a connection, not just like you're coming in here for one thing and you're leaving. No.
And you know what she said?
What she said?
She said, I'm coming back to you. You're my new person.
I'm telling you.
And let me tell you why. She's like, one, because you're fucking cool.
I'm telling you.
She literally said it like, she's like, you're fucking cool. And I like you. And she's like, this place smells good. She's like, I had the best experience and I'm coming back. And she's like, because you're fucking cool. And that's why I got chills right now because I've never met her. And like, it's just crazy. Like they really want people to like listen to them, have a personal one-on-one experience and like remember them,
Exactly. That's why like lately, like I've been realizing I get booked when I like post, like when I do like my mirror pictures, I'm like 14-hour day, let's get it, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's because like people see that I'm invested into my business. They see me.
Yeah.
They see they see a glimpse of my personality. Yeah. They see the type of service they get here. They see my retention. They see like a little bit of everything. And that's what makes people want to come to you because you have to entertain people. It's no longer about, and it sucks because it's 10 times that much more harder for like service providers, but it's no longer about providing the service. It's about providing the service and the entertainment.
And like literally like some of my clients have become like my really close friends.
Me too. Me too.
Like literally like.
But you have to know like when there's overstepping and like, yes, business and friends.
Yeah. Like that's a very.
But you'll know. You'll know.
Yeah.
Know.
Oh, well, I know.
For sure.
Yeah.
You'll know the real ones and the ones that are like, hey, like,
Oh yeah. I keep it like profesh. Like
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. She does. She's my esthetician.
Oh yeah. In the chair we're like, I don't know you. I'm just kidding. Okay. So I'm so glad we got that out of the way. Yes. I want to ask you a really quick question too.
Yes.
I know we talked about your horror story.
Yes.
And I know that we talked about that neighbor of yours.
Remember the neighbor with the one eyeball? Was that the one that we talked about?
No. What, the one eyeball?
I didn't talk about that one.
You have a one eye.
Bro, he had one eyeball missing and he was like pressing me with one fucking eyeball. Like I seen the whole fucking socket.
I shouldn't be laughing. No, what do you mean?
Like, oh my God, long story short.
I'm not laughing.
Yes, you are. Stop laughing. I'm laughing too. No, but we can laugh at him because he was a fucking meanie. So long story short, this was back in my garage days. So I was doing nails in my garage and the garage was fully lit up because I was doing nails in the garage and it was pitch black. So you know how like when it's pitch black outside, you can't see outside, but they can see inside in?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, I can't see the dark, but they can see into the light.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy, this fucking like cholo, tatted up, bald guy with one eyeball. I kid you not, like... Picture him. Like, straight up fool. Like, straight up socks high. Like, hella fucking fool. Like,
No.
yes. Straight up cholo.
Oh my God.
So I kid you not, he slams on the brakes in my front yard. And he's like, hey. And I look like, I can't see, but like, okay. He's like, come here. So I'm like, shitting brakes. I'm like, I have a client. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, give me 1 second. Like, I don't know what this man wants. I walk to this guy's car and he's like, hey, I see you do nails. And I was like, yeah. And his girlfriend was in the car. And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, my girl, she wants to get her nails done. When can you do them?
Oh my
I was
God.
like, oh, I do my bookings on Instagram. He's like, can you do it after that girl? What the hell? I was like, no. I was like, you have to book an appointment. And he was like, oh, okay. What's your Instagram? So I gave her my Instagram. She's like, thank you. She was the sweetest. But the guy was like so mean, right? So long story short, I was so spooked by this guy. The girl I got the message from the girl. If you're watching this, please don't hate me. But I got the message from the girl. And I did not book her. I didn't text her. I was so spooked by this guy. I was like, if I fuck up her nails, if one of them lifts, he's going to come and shoot me or something.
So
I was like, you know what?
dead.
I'm going to dodge myself a bullet. I'm not going to book him.
Oh my
Her.
God.
And I kid you not, D, 3 fucking days later, it's like 11 in the morning. And I have 2 clients. They're my best friends now. Like my closest clients. Gabby and Maria, if you're watching, shout out. But I was doing my client's nails and her sister. They're both sisters. They were both next to each other. My garage is open. Nobody was home except for me and my 2 clients. I was in my garage. Why the fuck does this man go, I kid you not, 30 miles per hour into my driveway, all the way up to my garage? Like, I kid you not, puts his car in brake, swings his door open, and he's like, hey, you didn't book my girl. And I was like, and I was like freaking the fuck out. And to make shit worse, he had 1 fucking eyeball. So like I was shitting bricks and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And even my clients, shout out to you guys, my clients, they're 2 sisters. They were like, he's booked. And then the other one, and then the sister was like, and you have to send a deposit. And you can tell he was like, oh, like so frustrated. And he just drove off. Nothing. And like I was so spooked for 2 minutes. Yeah, I was like, what just happened? And like, again, he had 1 fucking eyeball.
Oh my God.
Like,
stop
why?
it right now.
And thank God the 1 eyeballed guy never came back. So.
Oh my God.
That was
Dude,
but
like I wouldn't have went up to him in the first place. I would have like, I'm gonna get shot or something.
Bro, and I was so scared because I was like, why the fuck are you going 20 miles per hour up my driveway? Like I kid you not, slam on the brakes.
Hell no.
And like
I would have called the cops.
Basically
I would have been
me.
a 1 eyeball guy just pulled up into my garage.
Like didn't even have an eye patch or anything. Like
I didn't even have an eye patch.
But that was that story. I thought I mentioned that story.
No, we were talking about your neighbor that she was like really rude.
Oh, the one that walked to my house?
Yes.
And she was like,
yes.
Yeah, her. Okay, she was weird. Thank God she hasn't hit me up. But
I wanna like that one was crazy.
That one was crazy.
I want to hear about another one. And it's regarding a really big influencer that we cannot name. We are not getting sued on this podcast.
We're not getting sued.
And
we're not gonna be too messy, but we're gonna give you guys what you want.
We're gonna give you like some tea on it. I already know kind of a little bit of it, but I don't know all of it.
Okay. So thankfully I've been really blessed. I do work with influencers and like celebrities. I've never had a super, super bad experience. This is the worst experience I've ever had. And even though it was like the worst, I don't think it was like that bad. But it was definitely like
how many stars out of 5?
Oh, like 2.
Damn.
It was definitely an eye-opener how these celebs are, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this particular person
let's call her, what are you gonna call her? We have to call her name.
Let's call her, I was about to say something so funny. I'm gonna have to tell you later, but I'm gonna call her, let's call her
Winnie.
Okay. All right. She looks like a Winnie.
She does look like a Winnie.
So Winnie had hit me up. I was on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie had hit me up out of nowhere. She was like, hey, babe, I love your nails. Do you think you could come out here to do my nails? And when I got that message, I was shitting bricks. Like,
I would have shitted.
Like, I was that close to being like the celebrity world, right? She was like she was going to be my door.
Yeah, she's not a celebrity. She's not an influencer. She's a celebrity. Let's rename that. Mm-hmm. She's not an influencer. She's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I was shitting bricks. I was like, oh my God, this person wants me to do their nails.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hi, babe. Like, yeah, I'll go over. Like, I get back from my trip this day. I can go that day.
Mm-hmm.
I got back from my trip. She never responded. So I was like, okay. A couple months later, I got hit up again out of the blue. And she was like, hey, babe, I think she was going to like New York Fashion Week or something, and she was like, hey babe, do you think you could come and do my nails? I was like, yes, of course. So that it was like I want to say it was a Thursday or something, and I had went to her house, and I text her, I'm like, hey, I'm here, and her assistant, or I don't know who he was, like opens the door, and I was like, hi, like I'm here to do so Winnie's nails, and he's like, oh, give her a second. The guy was like really rude, like he was rude, like he was like, give her a second. Like I was like, okay. So he was like, you can go sit up in the kitchen, and I was like, never been here in my life. Where's the kitchen? Right? Like I don't know why house. I don't know where am I going. Like, so he ends up like, oh yeah, let me show you where the kitchen is. I start setting up in the kitchen, and like I was like there for 20 minutes, and she was like, oh sorry, like I was she was doing something, I don't know. And I started doing her nails, and I kid you not, she was so quiet. Like I hate not talking. I hate when like I try to socialize, but she was very dry. Like I think I genuinely felt like she was like I was there just to like do her nails and like leave.
Dip.
Yeah, and I don't like that. Like I'm more than that. Like I want to have a conversation with my clients. Like I love my clients, you know. And I was like trying to conversate with her. She kept it very short, and she was not talking to me at all. She was on her phone. And
that's like so
and
rude.
I understand. Like I'm a service provider. I'm not like I don't require like a conversation with you, but you know, it's nice. It's
respectful.
It's respectful, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna keep it short for her. And long story short, I had got like the short end of the stick with her, and I went and took pictures of her nails, and she didn't know this, but I wasn't gonna charge her the first time, because the first time I always work with influencers or celebrities and like do a shout out and tip. Shout out on tip, okay?
Don't forget that.
She didn't know this. She didn't know this at this point. But I remember I packed up my stuff, and I was like, okay, babe. And she was like, okay, you can just walk yourself out. And she went back to her room. Didn't even ask me how much it is. And at this point, she didn't know that I wasn't gonna charge her. She asked me for a house call. I went to her house. It was 2 hours away. I went to her house, did her nails, and she was like, okay, babe, walk yourself. She literally said, you can walk yourself out. And she went to her room. Didn't ask me how much. Didn't ask me how much for her to be like, for me to say, don't worry about it, babe. Just shout out and tip. Okay, perfect. She just like, and I thought that was like the worst, because like I was like, I don't know. I just
like downgrading my work. And she like, you know. Yeah.
And then like on the way home, I remember I was like so sad, because I was like, damn, I just drove all the way out here. I didn't get shit. And I just felt so like, you know.
Did she shout you out on Instagram?
She did.
Did you get something from that?
I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. But it wasn't even the fact that the shout out or the money. It's just the fact that she didn't ask. Like she expected it.
Yeah.
And it was an eye opener. Like, damn, these celebs think that they're like, you know, that they don't. We're like small businesses. Like, and it was so like, it's so sad, because like people like Louis Vuitton, like shit, they'll shout them out like this, you know, and they don't be sending them shit. And like me, I'm a small business, and they still don't want to pay or shout. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And it's like they're so quick for these huge brands, but like for small businesses, it sucks. And
I think what's worse is what she did after.
Yeah. So after that, going home, I was like so discouraged. I was like, fuck, like I never want to work with celebrities anymore. I never want to touch them. Like I just want my clients, my sweet clients that are always willing to pay. The ones that work 9 to 5, they're willing to drop $100, $200, and the celebrities that make millions are not even willing to drop a $50 tip. That's crazy. You know? So I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna drop her, whatever. And I remember 3 weeks later, she was like, hey babe, can you come back? Like I'm going on a trip. I would love for you to do my nails. And I'm like, hi love, yes of course. I was like, yes of course. And I wanted to be on the same page. I didn't want no surprises, nothing. Yep. So I told her, I was like, hi babe, of course. I was like, but this time I will be charging you. Is that okay? I said, this time it is gonna be a charge. And then I said, let me know, or something like that. And she was like, oh, I'll have to pass, but thank you. I was like, I was literally flabbergasted. I was like, damn, like she didn't even ask me how much. She didn't even ask me, you know, what's my rate? Like she didn't want to pay $1, D. Because if she would wanted to pay something, she would have been like, oh yeah, how much is the house call? Yeah. She didn't fucking want to pay nothing. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like you want me to drive 2 hours away to your house? And this was when gas was at its all-time peak.
$7.
Almost $8. I was like so discouraged. I was like, damn, like she really expects people to be at her fucking service like this. And I told her, I was like, you know what? I literally kept it cordial. I wasn't messy. I didn't post anything. I still to this day only have like a few friends that know, because I was like, you know what? If you go down that messy path, you're not gonna fucking last in this industry.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
Keep
And
that
that's
to
something that
yourself.
I have to learn because I have a mouth. But for sake of this podcast, you know, we're spilling a little bit. But I'm not messy at all. Like, I hate the drama. I love the drama, but not when I'm in it.
Yeah.
So I ended up telling her, like, you know what? And she's like, no, I'm going to pass, whatever. 2 days later, she's like, hey, babe, are you sure you can't do any type of promo or like shout out? And I was like, no, like I told you I was going to charge you. And she literally left me on scene and unfollowed me on Instagram.
That's crazy.
And I was so shook, D. I was like, damn, like not for a free, because she didn't get it, because I wasn't to her service whenever she wanted me. She was going to unfollow me. And like, I was just so
petty.
I was so flabbergasted. I was like, damn, like I was so nice to her. I'm always so nice. Like, I'm such a nice person. Like, I love talking to her, and I know it wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. But I was so flabbergasted because I was like, damn, like this bitch didn't get free nails and she unfollowed me. Like, she was so petty. And I was like, damn. And then after that, I was like, I don't fuck with these celebrities anymore. but yeah, that was the story. But shout out to her. I mean, I wish her the best.
She's doing her thing.
She's doing her thing. She's gorgeous.
Is she gorgeous in person?
She's beyond beautiful. Like,
really?
I was like, fuck, like she's gorgeous. You know, no hate to her, nothing, but it was just, it was bumming. It was more me. Like, it wasn't her. It was more me. Like, I felt like, damn, like these people really expect shit to their service, like, especially from people that hustle, and like, you know, they expect it like that. It's almost like they're discrediting you.
No, for real.
And that's why I was like,
that's why like, I don't really care for working with influencers. I don't reach out to them just because, like, you know, like, I just don't care. Like, at the end of the day, like, sometimes they don't even bring you anything. Or my clients that ride with me, like,
absolutely, they'll bring you good too.
I've gotten tipped by the smallest person $600.
Dude, and they work 9 to 5s, like
9 to 5s,
right?
regular people,
fucking jobs.
$600 was my biggest tip,
and that's fucking.
And I did just a facial on this person.
Look at her. You know what I mean? Like these people that work 9 to 5s that know what it is to struggle.
Yeah.
And these huge multi-million-dollar people.
It's just you know, it's just, you know, we're gonna mind our business, but you know.
And I mean, that's okay. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna accept it, and like I know who not to work with and who to work with, and that's it. Literally, that's it. Swept it under the rug. Move forward
with it.
And I know that like good things happen to good people, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna allow things happen, and thankfully, you know, everything's been going good since then. So.
What do we see? Yeah, we're not going to mention again who. It's just Winnie.
Winnie
the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
What do we have to see for future of you? Like, what's something that we should expect? Are you working on anything before we end this podcast? Is there something that you've been planning at all? You
know what? Right now, I'm not like, I don't have a full planned schedule. I have a path I want to go down. So I don't know if this is going to be like a shocker to everybody, but I don't see myself doing nails in the next 2 years or a year.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I don't want to do nails anymore. What? I love nails so much.
What? Are we hearing this first?
Yeah.
Beauty with the Twist.
I love
what the fuck?
When I buy a house, I want a room like this specifically for my nail room. My table and whoever, my family, friends. Like, I don't want to have my clients anymore.
What?
I love my clients so much, but I just think doing nails, it's a good paid job, but it's such a laborious job. Like, I want to make what I make in like 2-3 hours. And doing nails, unfortunately, you're not going to make that.
No, you're going to do
unless you
labor.
charge an arm and a leg, but who in the IE, who's going to pay that? You know, like, who's going to pay that in the IE?
In the IE,
but I love nails so much. And that's what sucks. Like, you know, those TikToks where it's like my dream job if money didn't matter. And they say like,
yes.
And they say like kindergarten teachers, because money fucking matters, especially in California. Like,
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Like, I want to make this in like 2 hours. So I have plans. Right now I'm in work mode. Work, and save. I want to invest into other businesses. I don't know what. I was thinking of investing into a trucking company, maybe like have like different sources of income.
That's like a whole different ballgame.
Baby,
like, this is crazy.
Like, I'm giving straight right now. You know, like a trucking company, like what? You know, I'm just like, I don't know. I just want different sources of incomes. And I think having a nail business made me realize my passion, and that's being a fucking businessman. I love creating something and seeing like
Yep.
shit come out of it. You know,
Yep.
I love it. I love
Boo,
business.
you're literally. I love it. I
business,
love it.
Isn't it the best? Like business, like
I
you work so hard, you
want to go
invest
back to
into
school for
something,
business.
and like
Yeah.
you see it come back like to you.
The thing is, like for me, I like I said, like that's great, and like me, it's like a whole different path for me.
Right.
But I do want to make sure, like I don't want to work this labor.
Absolutely not.
Like when I tell you, like I'm like retiring next year.
Like if you want to in our industry, in our industry, if you want to work, you have to. If you want to make money, you have to work.
Oh yeah.
It's not like
I worked my ass off for 4 years. I'm
absolutely
great.
And
you know what I mean?
you it shows like your salon is beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm tired. But then again, it's like I love what I do. I don't want to let it go.
That's why it's like I want my nail room, but like when I want to. Like
yeah.
It's almost gonna be a hobby at that point, not like a job.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I just want to be a business boss bitch, like multiple sources of income. I want to make money.
We want to be corporate. We want to be franchise.
We want to make jet money. Like, come on, we're going to Bora Bora this weekend. Hop into my
sign me up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and I love nails so much, and I hate that it has to be this way. But I'm always gonna have nails. Always. I'm gonna do like at least nails once a week.
You gotta get a tattoo on you, like a nail. I know something. Just so you can have it.
Nails is such a special place for me because like it opened my eyes of my passion, like business.
Business.
I love business. I love running a business is like from the ground up, like, and seeing the outcome is like literally so rewarding,
emotional,
so rewarding.
Yeah,
you know. And I think that's what I want to do. I want to be a businessman. I literally want to be like an investor, like a businessman. Like I'm obsessed with like the business
aspect of it.
Everything, like how the economy works. I love it so much.
Oh my god, that scares me though.
Oh, it's
we're
so
not
scary.
gonna see NailedbyGio anymore.
Here and there. Hey boo. But I just want to be a boss bitch, you know, like. I don't know, like nails is my passion, but I think it's a blessing in disguise because like running my nail business opened my eyes to like what I really want to do. And nails is always going to be there. I love nails so much, but it's like that's going to be a hobby.
Are we
more
deleting
of a
the
hobby
page?
Then.
We're going to delete your page? Your Instagram page?
No, I'm going to come in here and there. I'm going to go live at least once a week for sure.
Oh my gosh.
But it's so sad, huh? I feel like
that is really
people
sad.
see me grow up. Like people see me like start
Dude,
from the bottom.
I remember I was seeing you at your garage. You had like, I think like 2,000 Instagram followers,
like
on
I was
like
irrelevant.
TikTok. And you were like a small ass kid. Yeah. I was like, who is this kid?
I was like,
in his garage.
Yeah, I was like, come with me to do these nails. Like, I would just pick up the phone and like record shit, like stupid ass shit, like what was I thinking?
No, I remember.
You know, like I was like, come with me to the nail store. Like, why was I doing those videos? I don't know. But you know what? It really for sure opened my eyes to like what I really want to do. And it's sad. It's bittersweet because like I'm always going to be here, but I'm going to be like a little distant, but you know.
It is what it is though, because we're going to make jet money.
Period.
And that's all I got to say.
We could be doing nails in our jet.
On our way to Bora Bora.
On our way to Bora Bora.
All right, well, we always end this podcast with a quote. So season 1, you had your quote. Do you want to change it?
Wait, the podcast is over?
It's over, boo. It is over. We have been going on here for a cool hour.
I can just talk for hours. I'm like, let me just stop ready.
Wait, let me like not, because we're not the drama.
We're not the drama.
I should make this a drama channel because I have a lot to say. First of all, I'm just kidding.
Not Didi being messy.
I'm just kidding. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never. Maybe just like a little.
Just a little peek.
Okay, let me just say something really quick. I'm just kidding.
She's like, fuck you, and you.
And the one in the back,
right.
You too. No, I'm not like that.
Shit.
I've never been into like esthetician drama.
I know, girl. It's a one-way drama street because they love messing with Didi.
Oh my gosh. I don't even want to get started.
But it's a one-way streak, not a two-way street.
You know what I'm saying? Like what happened with me yesterday. We're not going to talk about it.
Next question.
My therapist has a lot coming for her.
Your poor therapist. She's drained. I'm like, she be taking too much shit.
Oh my god, no. She's about to get a good one.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, yeah, so we end this podcast with a quote. Do you want to change it? You want to keep it? I think honestly that was like the best quote. Do you think?
Yeah, you got a better one now.
No, I think we should keep it so I can get my.
You
so
don't
I can make money.
Again, shout out to La Familia Podcast. They've been blowing up. Hold up,
I have. See, that's another. I was gonna say, you know, when we were talking about consistency.
Yeah.
Marlo.
Do you see Marlo though?
Marlo is consistent and it's paying off for sure. Because I be seeing your views. I'm like, okay, viral.
Do you see like?
I'm like, some of his videos are like kind of controversial, and I'm like, boys. I'm like, men. But
no, but he did a collaboration with another influencer. Did you see the 7-Eleven one?
I didn't. You know what? I seen a girl, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking period.
At the outside the 7-Eleven, they did a podcast.
Bomb.
That's like crazy.
Those guys are like sometimes annoying, but you guys are men, so
Shout out to Lava.
shout out to them.
Are you gonna keep it or are you gonna change it?
No, we're gonna keep it because these bills gotta get paid. So don't forget to use code GG for 10% off at Valentino Beauty Pure.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me,
And
Bill.
we'll see you season 3.
Season 3 it is? All right. Where's the contract? Where's our paycheck?
We're gonna sign something. Hopefully we have sponsorships.
I know.
This is not sponsored though.
I'm like, no.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, boo. Thank you.
Cheers.
Roll the Cheers.